up and sit down.
Hello folks, Colin here, Festa67's workshop, and welcome to issue number 11 of Build the Legendary Cyborg ROBOCOP from the wonderful folks over at Fanhome. Now, if you would like to grab one of these for yourself, head over to the Fanhome site, follow that linkykins there, and have a looky-loo and get yourself a subscription to this rather splendid Partwork, folks. So what have we got for you this month? So, inside the magazine, you've got a bit more here on the history of ROBOCOP. Success on the big screen. You've got your step-by-step assembly, which is the right arm stage 4. You've then got 100 years of robots even. You've then got a robot to commemorate the coronation of Emperor Hirohito. And then on page number 10, you have got the cutting edge technology with air interfaces, folks. So you've got the success on the big screen here was when the film was shown in theatres. And it was in 1987, folks. And yeah, there's a load of blurb there on when the film was first shown. A little bit more here about the ROBOCOP film, where they had to look at the cinema ratings of the time, because obviously back then cinema was heavily policed, more so than it is now in a way. And the movie had to bypass the censors and all of that lot. So there's a lot of information in here about that. You've then got some data files there. Is no one thinking of the children? Yeah. This was about the age rating policy that was overly conservative at the time. So yeah, just gives you a bit of blurb on there as to why certain ratings were used. You then got a breakdown of what we're going to be doing today, which is the right arm section 4. So you're going to get the lower part of the forearm and an insert that goes in just below the elbow there, folks. So we got that to do. So you're going to need the bits from the previous section, which is the arm assembly, and going back to the final assembly in issue number 4, which was the hand. So we're going to need all of this. We're going to be putting on this little forearm sleeve, and then the hand gets to go on. So we get to do bendy army stuff today, folks. Oh, got to hand it to me. See what I did? And then it gives you an idea here on where everything is going to be on your ROBOCOP and what we've done so far, which is obviously this arm. There's the chest panels that we've done previously, and we've also done some of his head, folks. So already we're getting quite a way through, and we've got all the legs, the inner skins and things like that to do yet. So we got here a robot to commemorate the coronation of Hirohito, who was the Emperor of Japan. Loads and loads and loads of background information in here. Give these a read, folks. You really should. I mean, I sit and read them because I do find it interesting. You then got air interfaces, which is the science fiction computer systems. Yes, folks. And this gets you into all the virtual reality stuff that is now becoming prevalent. A bit like the AI phenomenon that is gripping the world at the moment, and how that's beginning to creep in on computers. And this was all the touchscreen interfaces when they became a thing, but they're now saying that that'll be obsolete and you'll end up using a VR mask and be grabbing stuff in here. Takes you back to the days of the 1990s films like The Lawnmower Man, films like that, where you had all this cutting edge technology, a bit like Minority Report. And they're also going about iPhones and things like that becoming wearable tech. So it's really interesting stuff, folks. So that's your magazine done there. So we're going to open this up and we'll start looking at what we're going to be doing. So I'm going to get me oil ready and bring that out. and put this at the back. And what we'll do is we'll dig out these parts, and we'll also show you what we're going to be making today. All right, this is what we've got left from what we've done previously, and that is rather beautiful, isn't it? So this is what we had left over, and you got your bendy elbow and all of that lot. So what we want is we want this panel, part 11B, and you've got a large peg and a small peg, and they'll locate in these little tiny holes in here, just there. So there's a simple press fit like that, boom, straight in. And that's just a little blanking plate there, finishes that off nicely. We then want the lower forearm 11A, which is this piece, and this slides up over the wrist joint. It says no, the lower forearm lines up at the back. It is fitted in place with gentle pressure, folks. So we just want to make sure we're orientating it. Now you've got a curved section here, the front there, and then at the back you've got this flat surface just there. And if you look inside here, you've got a similar mirror image of it. There's your flat section just there, and then this is your curve, and this is flexible, so don't worry too much, but you just want to line it up correctly, folks. So I just want to bring the hand mechanism round, and it literally will pop through this hole at the bottom. So you just press fit it, pop, like that, and then just give it a twist and it will line up quite happily, like that. Easy, isn't it? Yeah, and then you get to put your hand on. So it just says retrieve the right hand assembly from the back of the hand and slightly loosen the 4 BM screws that close the hand. With a little pressure, place the hand on the joint and then retighten and position the guard. So we want the guard off. Let's loosen these little screws up and see if we can get this hand in place without it pinging apart, because we don't want it to come apart, because I'll end up crying, and we don't want to do that, do we? So we'll get that. It says a bit of pressure, so let's see whether we can achieve this and get that in place like that. So it is a bit of a heavy fit, but once it goes in, it's in. And then we can now retighten these screws. We'll go all the way down. I'm going to do them diagonally, like that. And then it says check that the hand rotates freely at the wrist, which it does, like that. Okay, so that's what we want. We can then put this guard back on because it's magnetic, like that. And that is the arm done. Look at that. Oh, wonder whether it'll hold the screwdriver. Oh, look at that. Oh, get in there. Oh yeah, all day long. Happy days. Yeah, it's got to be done, isn't it? So let's just twist the thumb, make sure that's in the right way round, because the thumb goes the other way round, like so. Like that. Just make sure. Yeah, it does. Cool. Of course it does. It's a thumb. There you go. And then that'll lock round just like that. Oh, I'm so easily pleased, didn't I? But that's the beginnings of your RoboCop now, folks. So I just want to line that up so that when I store it, it sits quite happily. But there's your arm. And we've got another one of these to build yet for the other side. But for now, that's looking like that's this issue completed. I'll just check. Yep, it's completed. So that's what you're going to end up with. Now, obviously, we've got the other parts to put inside here on the inner shoulder and to close this side of the arm up. But already, that's a substantial piece of kit, isn't it? Look at that beautiful, beautiful assembly. You can't tell me that you're not impressed. Just line that up a bit better. There you go. I am so impressed with this. So there you go, folks. That's what you're going to end up with at the end of this issue on your Robocops as well. So I'm just going to rest that under there and let you just sit and revel in the beauty of that. In the meantime, I'm going to close for now. If you would like to get hold of your very own Robocop, click this link right below me there. Head over to Fanhome, sign up, subscribe, and come back and enjoy and join me so that we can carry on building this together. So until the next one, stay safe, stay well. See you on the next issue. Bye-bye for now. Bye. Oh, look at that.